Rafter P Construction is the design-build contractor for all of your construction needs. Quality and customer satisfaction will always remain our top priority. The American dream has inspired the Rafter P team to push to be community leaders and support the local youth because that is our future. Let's now talk with the founder and owner, Brad Pryor.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about what the 2022 build challenges look like. You know, from the labor market to pricing, like the future, like product, the availability of products, stuff like that. Colt, you deal with this basically more. I get most of my information from you about this particular subject because I'm out doing all the infrastructure, doing sales, trying to promote the business, all that good stuff. So you're dealing with more of the back end. So I'm calling you. What is Windows look like today, or one of the design girls? So labor market. That's one thing we have a lot of. Outside of a sub, we actually have employees that we have to run operations on. So that's what's very unique about us, I think, too, is we also have an operations side where we do our own trucking, concrete, dirt work, build our own buildings. So you're seeing the labor market as one thing as far as what we're having to pay guys, quality guys, we're keeping them, and you're having to see it from a subcontractor labor market. So what do you see the biggest challenge? Or when you think it's going to fix itself? You think it's not going to get worse?
What we're seeing right now is obviously it's kind of hard to find quality employees to bring on, but we are seeing some good people that can develop into people that are really going to help us in the future. But one of the main things we're seeing right now is people coming in with little to no experience and wanting an arm and a leg for a pay scale and have never had experience and stuff. So you kind of got to pick and choose your battles wisely, because obviously what we're putting out there on the job site, we want to be able to back up, and we don't want to have somebody out there that's going to, number one, not know what they're doing, number two, possibly get hurt. So we really got to sift through those interviews and applications right now, because it's kind of challenging to find the right fit. But we have brought in some good guys, and I think it's really going to keep on picking up for us. Another thing is, I think that as the world keeps, as fuel goes up and things like that, I think could run into some more talent. People that obviously can't keep going with the fuel the way it is. I think that we'll be able to pick up some good talent at that time.
Right. Well, would you say this is true though? Like, okay, so we either after we give somebody a good home that's had a lot of bad homes, because we've all worked for somebody else, right? So we either give them that, or we got the person with experience but all the worst habits in the world, can't pass a drug test or whatever it is. We get that, or we get the person that's new to the market that wants to be in the trades, wants to learn it, but they also came from a career where we see this a lot, made a lot of money what they're doing, but they want us to give them college for free at the price of what they were making before. So we get those three challenges. I think that's our hardest thing, is like, we have the people that's the easiest sales to me, is the ones that want the home, that want to be here forever. We don't hire people that want to jump around. We don't put up with that. And with subs, same way. We look at it the same way.
And you kind of see that, people will try to, we have a really close-knit family type group of labor force, and you'll see the guys that try to offer $10 more an hour than some guys making, and this guy just started a business, just slapped a sticker on the side of his truck, wants to offer X amount of money, and our guys are smart enough, luckily, to say, no, there's no way that'll sustain. You're going to pay me for one or two jobs, and then I'm going to be gone because you're not going to have any more work, or it's just not realistic to stay. They want us to kind of stay home, and stay with us. So
I feel like you're seeing that outside of the labor market. You're seeing it in the pricing market too. You're having the guys, the bigger dogs, are trying to swallow all the, so to speak, little minnows in the sea, and they're just raising prices here and there, or making, I feel like they're making a lot of stuff is made up to me. People are messing with the supply and demand, they're having reasons where they can make more money, but that's controlled by corporate America to me. And I feel like a lot of that is the same thing. It's the environment of who's the strongest will make it, or survive. And I think that has a lot to do with the pricing of material as well.
Yeah, for sure. And the good thing about us is we had a lot of relationships before COVID happened and all this kind of stuff, and so we've really been able to work through it with our vendors and the people that have kind of helped us out, and we've helped them out at occasions. They've helped us out on occasions. So luckily we have a strong backbone of people that we can call on and trust, and they tell me that price really raised that much. It's a little easier to believe than just out of nowhere talking to somebody that you've never met before.
Right. What do you think, in a nutshell, future-wise, just spitball the labor and the material and all that. I mean, you feel like, you know, you're in this for a 5-year deal, a 2-year deal, a 3-year deal, or, you know, we are in the state of Texas, though. That's what makes our life a little different than a lot. It's because everybody obviously wants to be hanging out with us in Texas, and I know why. But and so how would you spitball that to sum up the conversation of, was there a side?
Yeah, I mean, I think the market's kind of resetting itself a little bit. I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to see the beam prices where they were 4 years ago again, but I do think that they're kind of going to level out and possibly lighten a little bit. For instance, I talked to a guy from a supplier last week, and he said stainless steel prices are dropping. He said, but don't bank on it because you know, next week they could go right back up. So I really think we're starting to see kind of a little bit of a more stable trend on everything, seeing less lead times on windows, for example. Lumber's getting a little bit better, but that's just like a roller coaster. It's up and down every week. If you're not paying attention to it like a hawk, you're gonna miss out. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna kind of stabilize out and get a little bit better over time. But yeah, we're in it for a couple of years for sure.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And we talk about this a lot in our videos, and you know, tracking real-time data, buying jobs out, you know, bidding jobs, budgeting jobs. We give that real current information all the time. So one week, I mean, one thing could be here and available, and then the right price. And next week it could be a long lead time and totally double what we had in our bid for it. But we don't pass that on to the customer when they're under contract, you know. So that's the hard part. We just try to keep stable as a company and try and give everybody, you know, the best quality product we can. So, but I feel the same way. I think the market's gonna hold. We're gonna hold on for this for a little bit longer. You know, we don't have that feeling no more of we know exactly what we're gonna make on a job. And I know that sounds weird, but it's very hard to run a company and keep it alive when you don't know that feeling. You never felt that feeling in 20 years. So,
and you gotta have the trust. I mean, you get with a builder that's called cost plus, and you know, they're not thinking about, hey, I need to order lumber today because it's low. They're thinking about, well, I don't care when I order it because they're going to pay me that plus 15%, that plus 20%. You know, so they're not worried about keeping the customer in mind. With us, it's all fixed price contract. You know, 99% of the time. Obviously, there's one-off projects where it's kind of hard to do that, but you know, day one, we're ordering windows, we're ordering steel, we're ordering everything we can to lock in that rate so that we're not, you know, obviously we want to not have to spend more money than we have to, but we're going to protect our customer as well.
Well, I think this pretty much sums it up. I hope this helps in your future endeavors of construction or knowing where things are going. We'll talk to you soon.